Lycan looks pretty scary here if RP's ever on cooldown. But if they manage to get like Blink Dagger Earthshaker, Blink Dagger Mag, I don't see how Gambit really ever takes a fight. But at the same time, if they're able to get an early Aegis, maybe on the Morphling, that Weaver Ags at a decent amount of time, it's going to be really hard to burst the Morphling through that Weaver Ags and an Aegis. He's going to be able to wail in your buildings. It's just we've seen having this reliable frontline damage dealer with that Weaver Ags is quite difficult to bring down or to just stop pushing in general. So we're going to definitely have to keep out for that timing for both squads, reaching that critical threshold on the Weaver Ags before the overwhelming team fight of Nigma is definitely the win condition for Gambit here.
Well, we'll see if they can pull it off. Vampire off to a great start, harassing the GH Earthshaker all the way basically back to the fountain, keeping the pressure up, looking to secure those bounty runes for the team. And yeah, I mean, this Nigma lineup is just such a big wombo combo, right? The Necro ult, the RP, the Echo. Like, if you can just have a tanky core in front who gets saved, then they don't really have a whole lot in round 2.
Yeah, and will Chen finally win a game? That's the question, because we have seen a lot of Chens and a lot of unsuccessful Chens. We are actually putting Weehaw in the off lane as the mag, while we do have a mid Necrophos on mind control, so we have to keep an eye out for that mid lane matchup.
Interesting. Why do you think they go for the lane swap here?
I think Morphling kind of just whacks melee heroes. Like, he just hits you over and over again, and he's got pretty good base damage, hitting for 64 with items. And yeah, Mag should get farm, but eventually Mag wants to rotate to the jungle, and Morphling's one of the best mid laners with like a decent advantage to just take your tower if you don't have wave clear, because he represents this immense amount of just spam on you with right clicks as well as the adaptive strike and then the kill threat with the waveform. So you're going to want a hero that naturally pushes in the lane against Morphling, and Necrophos is one of the best lane shovers in the entire game, as we see a lot of pressure coming out from GH, just fissuring off GPK, potentially forcing out the waveform, which he does.
Smorf's not having a nice time early on, but still CSing relatively well, considering all the hate. So the off-lane mag up against the Grimstroke Lycan. How do you see him getting a lot out of the side lane, or is this just kind of sacrificing the mag?
I don't think you're sacking him, but I do think Lycan will win. That's for sure. And he has to be very careful of the Inkswell combo, but luckily he does have, or fortunately, he does have a mobility spell to get away from an Inkswell
Vampire,
target.
he might go down here.
Oh.
Quick first blood. Miracle
Underestimating them, yeah.
Yeah, he is a squishy bug at these early levels.
You got to be careful when you come out as Sakuchi. You have 277 movement speed. When you are like Crystal Maiden level.
Yeah, and
slow.
The cooldown's real long at the early levels.
Looks like Kuroki's going to de-ward his pull camp. He's going to find it eventually. Does go 2 minutes, though, without getting it. Yeah, pretty big to deny those early creeps.
GH just really camping out this mid lane. Not giving the Morphling any room to breathe.
I think targeting GPK on Gambit is a nice recipe for success, but at the expense of your offlaner a bit. I'm more so concerned that Lycan, one of the most tempo-heavy carries in the entire game, and you're giving him the start he wants. Is out-leveling him, though, even though the CS advantage is to the Lycan.
Did see a little jungle stacking begin as FNG is pursuing GH, but GH will just walk away. So maybe they'll just have the mag catch up in the jungle. We'll see how much more stacking GH gets done.
Yeah, this is. I really like to see how much stacking is going on in professional.
Oh, under the top tower, Vampire.
Jesus.
He just gets changed and he's dead. Okay, he had Sakuchi, but just walked into chains range and the tower targeted him and he died.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
I'm not even looking at top because it doesn't seem like a lane that they could really ever kill Ember, and there's a Chen, so I guess I got to keep an eye out for some potential misplays or
he's
outplays.
Really being like overly aggressive, it feels. Like he's like half HP under tower, chains dead. Well, we'll see if he can clean it up a little bit, but for now, Vampire not off to the hot start that we've seen a lot of these support weavers have. They're going to rotate GH down bottom now. Look to set something up. FNG and Pursuit, but the fissure comes through. Can they body block him? Dream with the shockwave, getting low. Skewer forward,
nice
does
skewer.
Connect. And they'll finish him
That
off.
was well played. He even had the brazier in his backpack, flexing. I don't need this 500 net worth to kill you.
Got him. Yeah, well, I mean, FNG went to help mid, and then GH just kind of plays with him like a yo-yo, and he gets the punish. Now he gets the courier kill bottom as well, so FNG's items are delayed.
Yeah, we saw Secret doing this really well yesterday, where whenever the opponent brings more resources to other lanes, you try to punish the heroes that are left alone. As we see, FNG misses the fissure block a bit, though, on GH, so he should be just fine. I think he would have died there if he was caught on the other side of that. A lot of range creeps coming in for Dream, though. Not the Dream start for him, but should still be okay.
Got him.
Damn.
Yeah, it's not really the Dream start. That is fair to say. Like, how can they turn it around, BSJ?
I don't know. I don't think Lycan really comes back against these heavy AoE heroes. We'll have to make use of that first rotation from the old. Weehaw might be going down here. He did already use the Inkswell from Grimstroke, but
still is
the
skewer.
very least, he's getting bullied away.
Gets out of there, and GH gets another courier kill, this time in mid. Oh, GPK. He does have the salve. I guess he got delivered in time, so at least he can heal up and head back to the lane in a moment.
Yeah, it seems Necro, with a bit of help, is very favored against the Morphling. One of the best heroes at making use of the fissure block, because you're always shoving the lane and you're always threatening to dive the tower. As we see a rune engagement, looks like we're just saying hi between the two supports. And GH maybe giving him some love taps in a second here. Also top, Kuroki.
He's got the boots. He's got the mango. He's chasing
Disarm?
FNG out. But yeah, it looks like Kuroki
Give him a
is going to go down.
Vampire, man. Give it to him.
GH still chasing for this kill bottom. He might just kill FNG solo with the leg and even rotate to help. Shockwave comes through. FNG going to go down. GH, this man is everywhere. He's securing bounty runes. He's stacking camps. He's destroying mid. He's got 2 courier kills. And now he's just going to walk away.
You know, in like the SpongeBob episodes where it's like 3 hours later, you know? I don't know if anybody ever watched those, but that's how I think. Like, you come back to that chase 3 hours later, and he's still chasing him across the map. He was just walking at him, right-clicking him. He didn't have any mana on GH, so I thoroughly enjoyed that. That's what came to mind for me. Maybe I'm just a nerd. As we see top,
I think
Miracle
SpongeBob is a little after my time, BSJ.
After?
Yeah.
Oh.
When did SpongeBob start?
I think early 2000s.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the Sentry with the last right click. He was like right on the edge of that range.
It actually looks like he's outside of it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm pretty surprised it landed. Double damage rune on Mind Control, looking to pressure this mid tower. At the very least, you're bullying GPK away from the creeps.
And he's got to set strength morph, or else he's just going to die to the Necrophos ult.
Yeah, he's going for a Morbid Mass to try to sustain, but it seems to be overwhelming amounts of harassment. It's kind of this critical threshold where if you get this Morbid Mask early enough, then the harass isn't that significant. As we see Miracle chasing again top, just killing.
Well,
I
think it's fair to say they're losing all 3 lanes at this point. They're just chain feeding top. GH is destroying mid and bottom. Mind Control's free farming. Now the Weehaw Magnus is free farming, and they're even pressuring the tower.
Kuroki's got about the most annoying creep army you could possibly imagine. He's got the 2 mana burn creeps. Those things mana burn for 100 each. So Pangolier,
who's he going to punish with
Pangolier's got a 350 mana. Like, that's how much he's got. So he goes down to 150, and looks like he's going to come mid and also try to, like, Weaver only has 300.
Yeah, 2 mana burns on a Sakuchi, and he's back to Fountain.
Oh. Almost another courier victim there. Dream does have level 6. Looks like his Helm Dom is complete. Yes. Made pretty good timing for them here. I think they have to make use of it because they are already bleeding.
Yes. Bottom tower getting thwacked a bit by Weehaw. Mid was being pressured by the Necro, so you know they're keeping the lane shoved in. They're really forcing Gambit to react to them, and we're not seeing Gambit like make any offensive plays of their own. Is it just the Lycan who can look to change that? Like just start pushing towers? What's your game plan?
You can't just push into this much AoE. I think you have to somehow like counterplay Nigma being over aggressive, but bottom lane, we see the Inkswell. This is a perfect example. This is great use of that first Lycan ultimate. As we see another dive coming out from Miracle top. Only level 5 on Shotchlo, so it doesn't feel too good to try to counter gang for him. But Nigma, either way, just applying a lot of pressure with that catapult. Still alive at 8.5 minutes into the game. That's a 5-minute catapult. Going a Spirit Vessel rush is Miracle. Seems like the safe lane Ember build right now. Just gives you a little bit of everything you need. Some tankability, our mana regen, extra bit of damage to finish people off. You're more active with the Sleight of Fish Chains build. People are going. Nobody's going for the Flame Guard anymore. Who needs farm when you can just kill people?
And they are in slay mode. 6 kills, 9 minutes in. Towers under siege. Shotchlo trying to defend this tower for now. Still does not have the Rolling Thunder, though. Meanwhile, Miracle's almost level 8.
That tower's going to go down to an Ember. That's the power of Chen, I guess, early on in the game.
And they're parking 3 mid to try and just secure this Morphling's farm and keep him alive. But they are forfeiting map objectives in exchanges. Now the rotation's probably going to come towards mid. Cute little play here from Vampire. They will get off the Inkswell stun. The follow-up auto attacks just enough. Secures the kill. Kuroki's rotating in, though. And Miracle as well, so they may just decide to push anyway.
They do get the D ward. Yeah, that's exactly what you got to do against heroes like Necro. You can't half-ass it. You got to bring at least 3, sometimes more heroes to bring them down. He's only level 7. Morphling is out-leveling him, but I don't think that's necessarily indicative of what happened in the mid lane. Necro's still ahead in by 500 net worth, 10-minute bounties as well as outposts. Necro's getting recalled to the bottom half of the map. FMG is here to help, maxing out that Inkswell 113 skill build as we see a roll.
GH putting on the jukes, but can't quite get away. Pango will secure a much-needed kill. Again, it comes at the expense of a tower, though. It's another tier 1 down. I mean, you'll take the kills. You need them, but their map control is going to be really lacking. And, you know, BSJ, you were talking about Gambit is a lineup that wants to be playing from ahead, but that is definitely not the state of this game.
They have absolutely no... Oh, again, round 2.
All right, Miracle tries to dodge. Remnant out, will escape.
I don't think that works nearly as well against a hero that can just escape.
He's also very tanky now.
Spirit Vessel already done.
That's a quick one.
Another catapult push. Pressure coming out from Nigma on the mid tower. Looks like they're just ready to finish off the last of the tier 1s. GH soaking some XP top. Not the greatest tower push other than Dream here, so he's definitely got to be here in order to make this rotation happen. Will Nigma look to take the mid and then contest them top? Maybe not, because GH only level 5, but he's almost level 6. Miracle. Vampire.
He's just walking around like he owns the damn place, but
that's so much damage.
He might be in danger here. Miracle, has he overextended? You betcha. That's a big kill.
He had 3 remnant charges. He just didn't have one defensively placed after playing that aggressively. A little bit greedy, I guess, overestimating his own potential. Something you don't see too often from Miracle.
The team was just taking the tower and backing off to defend top, so.
His skewer.
Dream. Oh, cancels the TP.
This would be Frost Armor creep. He's pretty
big
tanky.
Counter kill. Kuroki's going to come in. The Mono Burn creeps do arrive, but Shadeshell is there to interrupt it with the Rolling Thunder. He's getting juked, though. Oh, he barely gets off the stun there on the mag just to cover the retreat, and now he'll look to get out. Mind Control rotating in. So the whole gang for Nigma has arrived, and they're going to TP Miracle in mid as well, and it looks like they might group up for another quick fight.
FNG getting some much-needed farm on the Grimstroke bottom, so that's a positive for Gambit, as somebody needs to accrue some net worth, and if it's not the cores, might as well be the 5. We do get 2 jungle items at once. That's always a really feels good moment in the jungle when you see the 2 drops. It's like, oh, piece of candy.
My life has meaning now.
Yes. That's very deep.
Some useful neutral items for the team. And GPK off to the jungle now. So, like, can you fight early with this morph? Like, it looks like he's going into a Yasha. Is this like just a split push kind of farmy game for him? Do you see him getting involved at all?
He has to. I don't think you have a choice. The map's going to close very quickly if you guys lose a single fight, or if you just let the status quo stay as is. And I think the overall just low cooldown fighting from him is really important here, so it makes sense that he's going for potentially the Manta. I don't think E-Blade is going to do the trick here against heroes like Ember and Necro, where they can almost certainly tank through that initial burst of the E-Blade. And you don't really have like magical damage to follow up. Your other heroes are Pangolier, who's Swashbuckle's physical, Weaver's mainly physical, Lycan's all physical. So it makes sense that he wants to double down on that. He already ulted on Dream here. What's the plan?
He saw Kuroki running in, but Kuroki backed away, and they have a ward. Does he make it out? He'll be just fine with the help of Mind Control.
He's like ganking for Shotchlo, and Shotchlo just keeps getting mana burned by these creeps. He murders them. He says, that was the real target. No more mana burn for you, Kuroki, but I think it's already done its job as Gambit, or Dream, excuse me, getting chased down by Miracle.
They can kill him.
Yeah,
they have Scythe.
He's dead with Scythe, yeah.
out for 50 seconds. That's likely a tower push.
And
we'll
two
see.
more
They don't
Spirit
have
Vessel
many
charges.
creeps, though.
Smoke up from Gambit. Looks like that means they want to go, despite just losing their carry with no ultimate. Weehaw seems to be the target. Will they be able to bring down this quite tanky boy, 2,100 health? He's actually going to take the outpost.
He's got more health than the Weaver and the Panko combined.
Well, he's putting himself pretty far out of position.
If he had gotten that outpost, would have been a great opportunity to take a fight, but instead, now he's running for dear life. Rolling Thunder forward. Weehop. Oh, nice juke there, but runs back into the waiting arms of GPK. Collects the kill.
I have to say, I have no idea what the hell Weehaw is thinking, because top lane, there's nobody. Top triangle, they have a ward, there's nobody.
And they have
Top
these
mid
wards,
lane.
like you mentioned.
Yeah, mid lane, there's nobody. Like, by process of elimination, Weehaw, all of them have to be on the bottom half of the map. So, yeah.
Maybe he thought they were in Fountain. You know,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
Roche.
they're AFK. Yeah, Roche, they smoked to Roche AFK, you know, and very odd. Usually they just don't get caught like that. I think he's just kind of in autopilot mode, that first game of the day kind of thing, you know?
Little coffee maybe to wake him up.
Mountain Dew amp game fuel.
That's right.
Yep. Looks like Nigma content to group up once again in the top lane. Mind control going for, is that a halberd? It is. First item, halberd on Necro. Not bad at all. Does also stack with your Ghost Shroud heal amplification. Or regen, excuse me.
And you have the Chen, so, and the urn, or the Spirit Vessel, I should say.
The Sange itself only amps your own heal, but
But
it
the
is
Ghost
double
Shroud as well,
downing
yeah.
on all of the heal coming out from your team. So you're just a beefy boy. That also gives you an extra 320 health.
Weehaw.
He's
in no man's land again. This time, though, there are towers in range to TP to, but it's too late. That's 2 deaths in a row, and Miracle looks to counter this. Gets the chains off on the Lycan. Can they focus him down, though? They've bound these two heroes up together. Where's the follow-up to it, though? Not a whole lot from that Grimstroke.
It's really hard to fight an Enigma if they're all there, but Weehaw seems content to really embrace the innate ways that he learned from staying in here long enough to just hit jungle creeps and feed.
That's all we have?
That's
all that's left of
yeah,
the great
I was
legacy
like,
of TI5 winning America.
pretty much. I hate to break it to
You
you,
were supposed
buddy.
to be the chosen one, BSJ.
I know. I've let all of NA down as a Invis rune from GH. They do have a sentry though, oddly placed in the trees, so they do know he's here. He didn't get aggroed by any creeps just yet, so he's not aware of this yet. Gambit somehow gets caught anyways.
Echo Slam in chat. Decent damage with the Necro ult. They got him.
Dude, there's some weird deaths going on in this game. You just saw an Invis Shaker looking for kills like 1,000 units north of you, and you just stayed there. As F&G is on the run, Miracle looks like he's not going to pick up the bounty run. GH, 1,500 gold towards a blink. Gambit places a deep ward in the jungle. Gets some good information.
They still have yet to get a tower with a Lycan.
That's what happens when you lose your lane as Lycan. Against AoE, not much else you can do. To be fair, Weehaw's at least not farming near any of his own objectives, so none of his deaths have led to an effective objective.
Well, that's an effective objective right there. Big courier snipe from Weehaw.
Damn.
Gets the blink now as well. Setting up that massive team fight. Also the mech. And I think GH also closing in on his own blink as he's just about 90 gold away.
Oh, and the Philosopher's Stone on the chin. That's the dream.
You can see a ballin' out of control. Rich old Kuroki, but GH, oh, he's just short. He needed one more camp to get the blink, and he is denied. Nice time for a pick there by Gambit.
Almost has a Deso on Miracle. Good against literally every hero but the Morphling. As we talked about the minus armor not countering armor, but Weaver, he's sitting on 7. Pango's on actually 17 because he has a dragon scale. We got Lycan with 7, so he'll be at 0 virtually, and Grimstroke also only at 5. So this Deso bringing them down to nearly pure damage as Dream Weehaw TPing in, has the blink, as you said. No ulti for 70. They know this. They are, but
Weehaw, once again, he's just walked into the arms of Gambit for yet another death. He is totally out of position and easily punished. So greedy. Weehaw's on the feed train, BSJ.
Choo-choo.
Yeah, and all aboard, leaving the station. I don't know if they're coming back, but Miracle's here looking to salvage this, and they will end up getting FNG. Still not really a great trade by any means. Meanwhile, other side of top lane, it looks like they're possibly setting up for a go on GH.
He has blink now, but might just be dead again.
Didn't get the swarm on him.
I think that means he's good to go.
You got to imagine with this double blink combo and the mech, it should be time to group up, right? If you're Nigma, take an objective, maybe go for Roche.
It's time for Mag to be
Join-
within
join
2,000
the
units
flock.
of somebody else on his team. That sounds like a good game plan moving forward. They do have a lot of
I love how you
AoE.
say that, and he's immediately rushing to the bottom lane as far away as possible
Hey.
from the team, and they're immediately smoking to the bottom lane.
If it doesn't work the first 5 times, go back.
Excuse
me,
you
4
poor,
times.
unfortunate soul. Oh, he blinks
Oh
in for
my
the
God, what
rune,
are
and
you
once
doing?
again, is it a bait? Are they ready? They are not. It's another death for the Meg. Weeha is crumbling. Nigma now might lose GH as well, who's been scouted out here by the Lycan. Nice stun with the Centaur. He's pretty tanky, though. On the backside, Dream does get that kill, and the chase is now onto mind control. They don't have the Chen here. The Ember Spirit back at the fountain, so they're going to lose 3. Nigma, real sloppy stuff from them. Just feeding their way back, or Gambit's way back into the game, and now that's going to be 1, maybe 2 towers.
I'm not going to lie, this might be the most game-losing performance I've ever seen by an individual player in a long time.
But it's like they're in his head now. They all 5
Just stop.
Smoke to
Just
the
go with your team. I don't get it. I actually don't get it.
They've watched the tape, and they are now punishing. They're going to find Kuroki too, so it's 4 kills in a row for Gambit. The tower was taken. Do they go right back for tier 2? They're going to try. At least kill off some of those Chen creeps.
If they still win this game, props to Weehaw for making it close, and if they lose, then props to Weehaw for Gambit's first win of the tournament.
Morphling is now looking a little scary. 11K net worth. The Lycan up there too at 9,600.
They're smoked. Weehaw's with the team. Recipe for success, step 1.
Will they find an opening though, Gambit? Down on the low ground now. Oh, good purge there.
Got the Empower purged off. Morphling Illusion scouting out.
Cheeky little play. So, can they find that fight? Gambit are pretty elusive, right? Weaver, Lycan, Morph, Tango, a lot of mobility heroes. So, if they spread out, it's kind of hard to find the jump. And the odds still favoring Nigma. I think those might have been pre-last fight.
Yeah, they might have not seen Weehaw yet.
Yeah.
Morphling now 2,000 net worth on top. And that's what happens when one of the most high net worth heroes in the game feeds 5 times in a row. As they look to force the Roche, Nigma. They say, come at us, bro. We have RP, we have Echo Slam, we have a Mag with 5 deaths.
Well, Bro SJ, let me ask you, can they go fight? Are they strong enough to take the pit?
Pango, but Lycan in these types of scenarios is pretty underwhelming. You virtually can't dish out any damage with all this AoE and the Ghost Shroud and the Chen heals, the Ember Spirits.
So what you're saying is no.
Down. TLDR, no.
Okay. Well, Age is secured. Nigma clawing their way back into the game. Let's see if they can find an opening now. Smoked up, leading with the Frost Ogre Creep. GH is going to get revealed by the Sakuchi. Nicely done. Vampire will scurry away, and they still walk up to the high ground. He gets the Blink Skewer, back down to the low ground, into the waiting arms, up the fissure. The follow-up stun is there. They commit the Necropho Assault, out for 70. Does have buyback, chasing for more. Miracle now onto the Grimstroke. Nigma polishing up and cleaning up their act, as they will find 2. They can look to push now. They've got about 40 seconds before the Grimstroke respawns.
This is the step in the right direction for Nigma.
What do you think Kuro's been saying? in team chat these last few minutes.
You know the True Sight video where he's like, you know, mind control, I just need you to play like Seb.
Yeah.
He's probably like, hey, dude, I just need you to play like Seb.
But I'm a mid player.
Oh, wait, but he's offlane mag, you know? That's the thing. You got to step it up.
Yeah, put me mid, coach, and, you know, I'll play like Thompson.
Yeah, there you go. Like, I just wish you were Thompson. Something like that is probably what he's saying. I'm kidding. Kuroki wouldn't do that. But just medallion done on Necro. I'm sure Kuroki's just trying to rally the troops, reset, because in these types of situations, the only thing you could do is get back to the status quo that was winning you the game. And seems to be doing that. They are grouped within a ball. Very hard to fight into. Necrophos, impossible to kill with all the heroes behind him. And I like the build this game. You don't want to try to evade damage. You just want to try to tank through it as much as possible with all the heal that you talked about. Spirit Vessel, the Chen, the Amp from the Halberd.
Is going back for the E-Blade. You mentioned it's not really like the best game to combo, but he's still the leader in net worth, so maybe he can pick off a support.
Yeah, I think early game, it's not worth rushing, but at this stage, it's still good damage from yourself. You know, once you have those extra levels, high agility gain, the extra agility from the Manta, it adds up. You'll start bursting for, he has, I think I saw 230 agility, so that's, I believe, about 600 damage coming out from that E-Blade, as well as the Adaptive Strike and Waveform.
Think about another smoke. I think they've popped like 3 in the last 5 minutes. They are going to find an opening off the back of this. They got the ward down on the high ground. It was being dewarded, but not quickly enough. They will find the kill on the Grimstroke. Split push happening a bit bottom with the Morphling and the Lycan creeps. They may just commit for that, but with this Deso on Miracle, they're going to lose buildings quickly. Do they come back and defend, or do they just sack the tower, possibly the lane? Clock is ticking. Still 15 without that Grimstroke. And they have brought the whole squad back. Do they find the opening? Good chains initiation here by GPK. Now the Rolling Thunder.
Wow.
Quick deletion of the Aegis. The Chen heal forced out a bit too late. This could be a big opportunity, but the RP comes through.
Echo?
Great interruption from Shadeslow. Just keeps on stunning them so they can't combo with this. It's about as good as you could hope for from Gambit. They're forcing them back. Dream's in the rear. There's no lockdown for him whatsoever. GH out of mana, out of options. He's dead too. They've brought down 3. They've popped the Aegis. Now they're looking for Kuro. Gambit gonna fight 4. It might just be a full wipe. Does he get out? He's on the cliff. He's out of there. The last man standing, and I believe they even hold the racks. They do. BSJ 200 HP on the melee.
Yeah, did a really good job of zoning out the Earthshaker there. I believe it was the Weaver, or maybe the Pango, because he was trying to get that Echo Slam on top of it. Oh, it was the Lycan canceling the Blink. Okay. I wasn't looking at that part of the fight, but I'm like, where's the Shaker during all this time? And it's just really good coordination from Gambit. You can't all commit onto one target. Earthshaker effectively did nothing there, and the RP effectively meant nothing because Miracle was dead and no follow-up from the Shaker. Necro's more of a body, not so much a damage dealer. So all those things added up. 4K net worth lead for Gambit. Hold the racks, as you said. They have the Ags done on Weaver and 200 gold. That's a huge timing for them. It's already hard enough to kill this Morphling once he gets these tankability items like the Scotty, making that threshold just that much higher.
Oh, the Dream items coming out now, too. The Paladin Sword for the Morph, the Titan Sliver probably for the Lycan. Oh, they're going to swap up here.
Spider legs.
And then the Telescope. And, of course, yes, Spider legs.
They're the best. They're just the best item in the game, I think. Not only like in terms of enjoyment of using them, but in actual balancing, I think they are the best item. Pretty insanely good. Surprised they got buffed a few patches ago. They are smoked up. Nigma round 2.
Dream out of position here. No, has the BKB. He's just fine. Soulbind coming through. The silence is there as well. Can he find a quick kill here? Looking for it, but so far, Miracle staying alive through this. He's going to slight back. Dream, ow. BKB down, now has to back away. They still have Rolling Thunder, and Shadeshow's going to let it roll. Charging forward, looking for the opening. They want to burst down Mind Control. They get him. Courtesy of the Morphling, the shotgun is there. Now Weeha on the run. The chains come through, but time lapses it off. A headlong retreat, blinking away at the last second. He will escape, but will Miracle be so lucky? The army of creeps charging at him. He's got a slight remnant back. barely makes it out, but the tower, that can't run, and they are descending on it in numbers. It's like they have their own Ember Spear. GPK doing so much work here, but now he's overextended into the RP. Will he make it out? No, he's going to be just fine. Vampire with the big save. Now GPK chasing forward, has the chains, didn't quite connect that time. Now GH on the run to the right. Can he get out of here? Shotgun, see ya later. So all the big ultimates committed there, at least as far as the team fight ones go. And they might lose the tower off of this. Don't really see how Nigma can defend. I'm just looking at these graphs, BSJ. I'm sure we can check them out in a second. They're kind of painful for the Nigma fans.
Yeah, we should just point to the graphs following every Weehaw death early on in the game. And then after all these team fights, it tells a good story of what's gone on so far. And this Weaver Ags is really just going to spell doom for them, I think, because as you see here, they get these wombo combos. There's really no counter to these types of things in most games, but suddenly Morphling back to full like nothing ever happened. And that's exactly what it's going to take for GPK to just carry this game.
Speaking of that Morphling, GPK trying to interrupt the shrine, or the outpost snag here. The chains come through. He's going to wave forward, commits in. He knows that there is no RP. There is no Echo Slam, so he can play as aggressive as he wants, and they're going to lose Miracle again. He's down for the count. They will be denied, I believe, on the outpost grab. No, they did at least get that, but still GPK chasing for more. Weehaw backing away. And the chase is on, has the TP. Doesn't have the BKB, though. Will he make it out? Looks like he will.
Mind Control's also getting chased by the ink-swelled up Lycan. He's silenced by the Grimstroke Phantom. Does get the Halberd off with the Ghost Shot, but the Spider Legs. And purges with the Necrobook 3. Nice micro coming out from him there. And that's almost an entire Soul Cuirass for Dream.
I like that shot calling from Gambit. Like, they went super aggressive there, knowing that the two big team fight ultimates are down, so there's very little chance of anyone important dying.
You just can never kill his morph is the problem.
Even with the combo, like, they have to catch the Weaver in it,
yeah.
You know?
That's just so much to ask. You have AoE combos on two ranged heroes where the Weaver is effectively a sniper in terms of his range because he's never going to be close enough to GPK to get him with both. At least he shouldn't be.
And they will take almost the whole tower down. Not quite. Yeah, they're going to play this safe.
It's pretty scary either way, even with the 7K net worth advantage, to fight into the ultimates of Nigma. As you said, they punished that lack thereof, but now they have him back. GPK back to full with that Morbid Mask. And they're looking to go again. Miracle's build's really good against everyone but the Morphling, which is the problem here. Shacho running in.
Finds the RP on the... Can he burst him down, though?
Okay, gets the Weaver.
He will. Very
Wait,
nice.
The Weaver was in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think he went in to time-lapse him out and then just got the big hammer. So they lose two kind of supporting cast teammates. No kill on the Morph, no kill on the Lycan.
The Weaver is the most important hero, to be honest with you. Like, you're never killing the Morph or the Lycan if he's alive. So the Roche does begin to spawn in terms of the possibility. They're going to check it, but not for another whole minute or so.
The timing might work out for Gambit to fight. This Roche is up now.
Oh, it's already up. I misread it, I guess.
But they just checked, so they're going to lose
a super early Roche, actually.
Seconds.
30 seconds on Pango. Are they going to try to punish this? They have the Solar Crest.
They have the Deso.
Yeah.
They might be able to do it in time.
Mag's going for AC, has the Hyperstone. They just shot a pretty good amount of damage, but there's a Wolf in there. They're scouting, so they know.
GPK didn't quite connect there on the chains. And the Roche starts to drop. He's about a quarter HP down.
I think
3 quarters to go.
Wolf, so he knows that they saw.
Remember, there's no RP for this fight. There's no Echo Slam for a full minute, so he can play relatively aggressive as he slides his way in.
Block
with the Flame Guard. Will he commit for the steal? Roche, the 10th HP, he waves in, he grabs the Aegis, he gets the kill too! What a disaster for Nigma, and he's still alive in the pit, fighting on! 2 dead, and the chase now going straight onto GH, make it 3, absolute catastrophe! What else can possibly go wrong for Nigma this game?
That seems like the nail in the coffin to me. Now that you have the Aegis on Morph, he didn't even lose it. Full Scotty done. Probably going to go for a Satanic, if I had to guess. Just make it that much more difficult to burst him down. And these buildings are going to get shredded. Not only, they have buybacks, right? But they don't have Echo. They don't have RP.
He's waving in a little bit
even
deeper.
amps himself.
Oh, easy value
160
there.
damage. Wait, no, it's amps it on himself. How does that work? Are
I
you
feel like we're
considered mag?
seeing like Morph with the old Apex or something. Holy crap, this guy hits hard, and he's going to start chunking down Weeha. Shotgun actually probably doing less damage than just the right clicks, but Weeha will get away just barely. Still, back to the fountain. They have RP, they have Echo, but buildings are under siege, and with this Aegis, GPK not afraid, has the Weaver way behind him. Very safe positioning from him.
Oh my God, he hits so
chunking
hard.
down this Ember Spirit. Has to force him back to the fountain, in fact. GPK back to mag form, fresh in power, and continues hammering away at the melee with the illusions. Will get it. Bottom lane also being chunked down while that was happening by the Lycan army. I think it might almost die to the Necro creep. It will barely survive, so one melee rack's down, one ranged rack's down, and one melee rack's very low bottom.
I think they left the cheese in there? Because they're checking and it's not there.
I didn't actually see who got it.
Maybe it got denied or something? Necro, no. I don't see cheese anywhere. So, the mysterious cheese.
Le fromage.
It's fermenting somewhere.
Yeah, it's
Just
getting a little
where?
moldy blue cheese, perhaps, at this point. Slightly poisons you.
How much health would you heal from that? Or would you lose
Like
health?
you get the full heal initially, but then it just
does damage
slowly
over
starts like
time?
ticking you down.
I
You know,
see. That makes sense. That makes
maybe
sense.
you like lose a couple move speed.
Okay, as we see Nigma.
Just gotta have some lactate pills, you know, BSJ. That'll clear it right up.
Jesus. They do have a ward. They see Grim. And they are going to see Weaver. But they broke. That's such a good target to get if they can get him.
They have those wards in position, but Vampire now tucked amongst the trees. And while that's happening, Mind Control, he's out of position and he's in trouble with the Fissure coming through to protect him. Actually might be okay. They get the Soulbind off again. Can they find the follow-up damage while this is happening? GPK just shredding Kuro in the back line. They just can't deal with this Morphling, and like it, it's too much damage.
They're going to call it.
It's a game one win, like you said, for Gambit, and there's the G's. Well, you know, Cap said he wouldn't believe in Gambit until they won a game. They've won a game, BSJ, or maybe Nigma's lost a game.
Yeah, I
Think about that.